You know that feeling when your paycheck grows but your satisfaction doesn't? You're not imagining it and you're definitely not alone. What if I told you that enough isn't a number in your bank account, but a story that's in your brain? I'm Lamisha, and here we make money feel clear, doable, and most importantly, aligned with your real life. Because money isn't just math, it's also emotional. If you've ever thought, when I make more money, I'll feel calmer, this episode is for you. Here's a twist: someone making $150,000 a year can feel just as financially stretched as someone making a third of that. It's not because they're bad with money, but it's because our brains are wired to adapt to what we have, and the new becomes normal fast. If you've ever said, I thought this raise would change everything, but I still feel stressed, you've met the psychology of enough. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. It's our brain's tendency to return to a baseline after good or bad changes. You land the raise, and for a few weeks, the world sparkles. Then life expands to the income: nicer groceries, upgraded phone, better apartment, more generous gifts, and somehow your old stress sneaks back in. The dopamine pop fades, the baseline resets, and plenty starts feeling like barely enough again. Quick self check: when was the last time a purchase made you happy for more than a month? And what did you upgrade after your last pay increase? There's no shame, just awareness. Our ancestors survived by constantly seeking more: more food, more firewood, more safety. That drive helped humans live. Today, the same wiring shows up as lifestyle inflation. Tiny upgrades that feel harmless in the moment, but compound into paychecks that never seem to stretch. You didn't do anything wrong. Your brain is doing what it's meant to do. We're going to teach it something new. Now, add social media. We don't just compare to neighbors, we compare to curated highlight reels, remodels, vacations, hauls, day in my life vlogs. It's a reminder of what we could have. I'm not saying you can't be inspired or treat yourself. The issue is when it becomes an unconscious habit. If scrolling makes you feel like your perfectly lovely home isn't good enough, or your saving goals seem small, that's enough drift. Your internal target moving further away every time you look outside yourself. Take a simple step back and ask, do I want this because I want it? Or do I want this because I've seen it 20 times this week? Here's the part that most money advice misses: enough is personal. It's not a universal percentage. It's not your friend's budget. It's not the influencer's cart. It's the feeling of safety, satisfaction, and self trust in your real life. To find it, we'll blend two powerful approaches. One, value based spending. This is where you design your money around what matters to you. And the second one is the conscious spending plan. This method is popularized by Ramit Sethi, and his approach is to spend freely on the things you love and cut back ruthlessly on the things that don't matter. Together, they help you stop chasing someone else's version of success and start funding your own. Let's do an exercise together. Grab a pen or open up the notes app on your phone if you can. Step one: Name your top 3 values right now. Let me give you some examples. Security, adventure, creative expression, family time, health, or freedom, just to name a few. And if you're thinking, I don't even know what my values are, that's okay. Here are a few questions to get you started. What did you love doing as a kid before the world told you what you should be doing? When do you feel most alive and authentic? Lastly, what problem in the world do you wish you could solve? Don't overthink it, just jot down the first thoughts that come to your mind. Step 2, reality check your next 90 days. Where did your money actually go? Groceries, rent, Target, subscriptions, eating out, trips, gifts, debt, savings? Does your spending reflect your values or autopilot? Step 3, build your enough filter. Before each purchase or plan, ask yourself, does this support one of my 3 values? Will I be glad that I made this purchase next month? What am I giving up to say yes here? Even shifting 50 to $100 a month towards a value you've been neglecting changes how your budget feels. The shift goes from punishment to alignment. Value based budgeting says, let's start with what matters most, then allocate money accordingly. If one of your values is security, front load your emergency fund and debt payoff. If it's connection, intentionally budget for hosting, traveling to see loved ones, and kid activities that light your family up. If it's freedom, maybe you prioritize building a cushion so you can switch careers or reduce hours without panic. Same income, different design because you're different. Your budget, it's not a morality check, or should I say, morality test. It's a mirror, and we want it to reflect you, not the algorithm. Now, layering conscious spending, a concept popularized by Ramit Sethi. The idea is to spend guilt free on the things that light you up and to cut mercilessly on the things that don't. This is where you stop asking, can I afford this? And start asking, does this deserve my money right now? Think about it like this. If you love high quality skincare, keep it with intention. If you don't care about trendy restaurants, reduce it. Don't dine out as often. If travel fuels your soul, build a trip fund before buying clothes you don't wear. Permission plus priorities equals peace. Here's how value based and conscious spending work together in a simple monthly flow. 1, cover essentials like shelter, utilities, groceries, transportation. 2, fund future you. This is emergency funds, retirement, debt and sinking funds, or what I like to call joy funds. 3, align dollars with values, connection, health, creativity, freedom. 4, add a guilt free joy fund. These are the small but intentional things that light your life up. And 5, cut the rest. That could be subscriptions you've forgotten about, status purchases that you don't care about, or Autopilot habits that don't match your values. Remember, you're not failing if your percentages don't look like everyone else's. You're succeeding if your money now matches your life. Let's talk about the enough number. Not magical, but meaningful. Safe enough is I can cover my essentials and sleep at night. Stability enough is I have a 3 to 6 month cushion, debt is declining, and surprises don't wipe me out. Satisfaction enough is my spending regularly reflects my top values. Position this as what tier are you building towards this season? Let's talk about enough practices. These are the small habits that anchor you. One, a weekly money date. This is 10 to 15 minutes to check your bank accounts with zero shame. Two, a joy check before purchases. Ask yourself, will this still matter in 2 weeks? Three, a scroll pause or social media pause. If social media scrolling is spiking wanting, take a breath and revisit your values list. And lastly, four, a gratitude round. Three things that your money went toward this week that align with your values. I keep sliding back into lifestyle inflation. If this is something that resonates, try using the upgrade rule. This is with every new purchase, an old purchase must go. So one in, one out. I'm overwhelmed. My brain freezes when I open my budget. If this is you, keep a micro budget. View essentials, future you, values, joy, and start there. Details can come later. My partner has a different version of enough. Here's how to tackle that. Share your values list first and numbers second. Co-design one shared value to fund together, whether that's travel or maybe a home renovation. And this will allow the budget to feel more like a team sport. I feel behind when I see others' lives. This one is more common than not. And the way to tackle this is we need to take it back and make sure that we're naming the feeling and not just the number. And that would look like I feel envy because I want more time freedom. And then ask yourself, it's one move I can make toward that value this month. Maya, security first. Maya values security after years of instability. She allocates $250 a month towards an emergency fund. She lives in a modest apartment and she trims her subscriptions. And 2 months in, she sleeps better. And it's not because she has more, but her plan matches her values. Aria, connection over stuff. Aria loves hosting. She reduces her Amazon spending by $80 a month and then transitions to $60 a month toward a gather fund, which is hosting. That would be dinner with her friends or family or game night. Now her home feels richer without costing more. Now, lastly, Jess. Freedom on purpose. Jess wants career flexibility. She funnels $200 a month into a work cushion, delays upgrading her car, and says no to 2 trips. In 8 months, she has negotiated part time hours. Her freedom, it was funded one decision at a time. Maybe true wealth isn't about having more, maybe it's wanting less and deeply appreciating what's here. Making it isn't just a number, it's waking up in a life that reflects your values, calm in your body, you're content in your choices, and clear about what's next and why it matters. Enough isn't out there, it's in here, in your brain, in your heart, the things that matter to you. If you're ready to define your version of enough, grab a copy of the free worksheet that I have linked in the description below. And if you're ready to take a major leap, I offer a annual template which offers 12 monthly budgets, sinking funds or joy funds I like to call them, as well as debt calculator, dashboard, and then also monthly reflection section where you can write affirmations and answer some to see where your money mindset is. Again, the link is below, and if this helped, subscribe. We're creating calm clarity around money, one aligned decision at a time.